Hi, this is Meteorologist Steve Pellettiere, and I am the Weatherman. Thanks for checking into the weathermanpod.com on your Tuesday, the 17th day of the month of February, 2026. And our weather across the Northeast is getting milder. Had a little coating of snow and rain during the morning hours, or pre-dawn morning hours on Monday, and then the day turned out very nice in the afternoon with temperatures rising into the 40s and a good amount of sunshine. Now, set up on the weather chart shows that we're going to have generally fair skies today. We start off with some early clouds, but then giving way to sunshine for your Tuesday. And high temperatures in many spots will range close to 50, holding in the 40s interior sections of Pennsylvania, New York, West Virginia, and western Shenandoah of Virginia, and western Maryland. And it does look like we are going to see an increase in clouds. So generally, it'll be sunny during the afternoon with those milder temperatures, and then an increase in clouds for tonight, down into the middle 30s. Overcast and wet weather coming our way in the mid-Atlantic and Northeast during the daytime on Wednesday. Now, Wednesday's high temperatures will range into the middle 40s with that rain, especially in the afternoon. That's the rain will be afternoon and evening. And again, highs in the middle 40s. Thursday, we start off with some clouds and then maybe a possibility of some more rain moving in late day and evening. That may even show up as a little rain and snow across much of the central and northern portion of New York State and New England. But as we get into Friday, it'll be an overcast, wet, rainy situation, chilly rain, highs of about 40 to 45, but really not done. We have some major areas of low pressure expected to form second half of this upcoming weekend, and that may include snow and rain. And it all depends on the timing. It depends on the positioning of the center of the low pressure system. Here on the eastern seaboard, when you get that east wind, well, the ocean is not at its coldest right now, but it is colder. But any east wind comes off a gigantic radiator with temperatures right around 35 to 40, and that really matters when you go across coastal regions. You go a little bit further inland, though, it starts to modify a bit, but really, that east wind can really change any potential snow situation into a rain situation. In order to get snow in the Northeast in mid to late February and during the month of March, you have to have a north wind. The north wind would come basically overland, basically right down the Hudson Valley, western section of New England, the Berkshires, and Vermont and New Hampshire, and that type of wind would be the coldest. And that all has something to do with positioning. If the storm is too close to you, you're going to get this flow out of the east. If the storm is a little bit further south and then intensifies, say, due east of the Jersey or Long Island coast, then you get that northerly flow and you get into some snowy situations. But this time of year, it starts to melt very quickly. I'm sure you're noticing a lot of melting where you have snow on the ground at this point because temperatures yesterday were generally in the 40s to near 50. Today, about the same. It looks like some rainy weather going to add to that melt on Wednesday evening and Thursday evening and Friday. And then we get that big storm we'll have to contend with as we head into the weekend. Now, if you are traveling today, it looks like great weather in the New York area. New York, LaGuardia, JFK, no problem. Philly, Baltimore, D.C., good. Good also in Dulles, great weather in the Charlotte area. Atlanta is going to be dry and sunny and warm. Central and South Florida looking pretty good. No problems from Tampa, St. Pete down to Fort Myers, around through Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and up to West Palm, and even up to Daytona. Jacksonville's looking dry, too. Dry in Houston and Dallas. Looks like some showers in Chicago and some colder weather moving into Minnesota, but it looks generally on the dry side. No problems aviation-wise getting into there. But that rainy weather on the West Coast, it's light to moderate rain from San Diego up to L.A., and it's heavier rain up into the San Francisco area. And you really have to look up the mountain ranges to the north of the San Francisco area. Not only the Sierra Nevada will get a lot of snow from this system, but also some of those coastal ranges that we have that extend from Northern California all the way up through Oregon and in through Washington State. In particular, the Klamath Mountains are due north, farthest north in California, and the North Coast ranges. In those places there, they're expecting some snow in some of the higher elevations, but rainy weather right up along the coast. And again, as mentioned, coastal rains in Oregon and Washington, but snow in the mountains. And that will be a situation continuing right in through the evening hours on Tuesday. But so still, again, some delays getting into the West Coast, especially in San Francisco. LA, not that bad. San Diego, not too bad, but North Coast, that's where they have the heaviest amounts of rain and snow in the mountains. Similar situation in Oregon and Washington State as well. I'm Meteorologist Steve Pellettiere, and I am the Weatherman. Went a little long here. I'll talk to you first thing on Wednesday. See you then.